Bigfoot has waited a lifetime to showcase his skills in the octagon. And tonight, Antonio Silva will do just that against one of the best in the world, Cain Velasquez.
Cain Velasquez is an incredibly motivated, driven guy. I guarantee you, he comes into this fight like a demon. He has got to clearly establish that he is the #1 contender for the heavyweight division. He lost one fight because of one punch.
Big shot!
In the biggest heavyweight title fight in the history of the UFC.
Unbelievable!
He has had a lot of time to sit back, reflect on that, and I think Cain Velasquez is going to come out guns blazing to prove to the rest of the heavyweight division that he's still the best.
The reason I got into the sport was to be the champion and hold it for a long time. I have to beat Antonio Silva in order to do that.
Silva is a very, very promising up-and-coming contender. He'd beaten a lot of good guys before, including former UFC heavyweight champion Andrei Arlovski, but the Fedor Emelianenko fight really put him on the map. And it wasn't just the fact that he beat the former Pride champion, it was the way that he did it. It was a complete domination. It was a brutal ground and pound beatdown.
Bigfoot Silva dominating Fedor Emelianenko.
This is a huge, huge fight for Silva. The most dangerous fight in his mixed martial arts career. He is stepping up to the big leagues.
Wild right hand. Ground and pound attack. Wow!
I'm the best in strike and the best in jiu-jitsu and the best wrestling, you know. I believe in myself and I'm going to win.
This is going to be a very intense fight. It's a must-win fight for both fighters.
Oh, another right hand. 11th-round finishes in the career of Antonio Bigfoot Silva. Of his 16 career wins, 14 were finishes, 12 by strikes, 2 by tap out. He has only seen the third round 3 times in his 19-fight career.
He's a member of American Top Team, a real, legit Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. And you do not want to get hit by one of the fists that guy wields. Probably the biggest hands we've ever seen inside the octagon. A real threat. And a very, very dangerous guy, especially if he can get the fight to the ground and take the top position. He has one of the best mouths in mixed martial arts.
If Brock Lesnar has a mailbox as a hand, he has a whole toolbox. Bigfoot. I mean, that man can brutalize opponents, and you saw the greatest example of it when he fought Fedor. And realistically, Cain Velasquez has the same body type and build as Fedor. Now, counterpoint, Cain Velasquez took on a man very similar to Antonio Silva and Brock Lesnar as far as size and stature and power on the ground. He was able to win that fight. That's when he won the heavyweight belt.
And another consideration is that Cain Velasquez's teammate and good friend Daniel Cormier has also faced Bigfoot Silva and defeated him. So they will have some information based on that experience.
That in the Strikeforce Heavyweight Grand Prix. Bigfoot 16-3 as a professional mixed martial artist. 2011 was the year he beat Fedor. Silva would like to make a huge statement and catapult himself right into the top for a shot at the title.
Now, I know Silva has changed camps. He was with American Top Team, as I said. He moved to Imperial Athletics, and then he changed again. What camp is he with now?
He continues to move around, Joe, and work with different people. You know, he was there for a while, and then things didn't work out very well there.
Well, I think part of it was because Alistair Overeem joined that camp, and he knew that they were potential rivals.
And then he continued to shop around from there. Bigfoot, though, has trained with the best in the world throughout his career and will be ready to go tonight.
Juan Carnero's in his corner now.
And Juan Carnero and the guys who train with Juan have had great success as well in Florida. Finding a home was part of the process for Silva. Now he hopes to showcase his skills in his new home, the UFC's Octagon. The former champion, Cain Velasquez.
Cain Velasquez is not just a very technical wrestler that can train the way this man does. He does strength and conditioning workouts with much lighter guys and manages to best them. He's really a freak when it comes to that area. A very driven and motivated guy with a singular purpose to get inside this cage, win tonight, and eventually get back in the cage with whoever is the heavyweight champion after tonight and regain that throne. Before he lost to Junior Dos Santos, he wasn't just considered the UFC's heavyweight champion. He was considered a phenom. He was considered a guy that would be very difficult to beat. He might go on a long reign. Junior Dos Santos ended that. He ended it with virtually with one punch. Cain Velasquez has had plenty of time to reflect, to think about this, to motivate himself, go back, train, improve any holes that he had in his game, and come back even better.
Cain Velasquez steps into the United States Marine Corps prep point. Go to UFC.com/Marines to see what happens when elite cage fighters meet elite war fighters on this Memorial Day weekend. Many of our nation's elite, including the Special Operations Command Forward element in Beirut, watching these great mixed martial artists entertain millions inside the octagon. Thank you to all the men and women who keep us free each day. Cain Velasquez, the former champion, against Antonio Bigfoot Silva. Our co-main event of the evening is brought to you by Metro PCS, wireless for all. Velasquez 29, Silva is 31, 3 inches taller, 24 pounds heavier at the official weigh-ins. Remember, Silva may be heavier than that now. He had to get to 265. 5-inch reach advantage for Bigfoot as he makes his UFC debut against the former champion. And here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. Brought to you by Dodge, the official automobile of the UFC. Tap Out, an expression of combat known worldwide, now available at tapout.com. And Rue, built for athletes, suited for style. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter holding a professional record, 16 wins, 3 losses. Standing 64 inches tall, weighing in at 264 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, Antonio Bigfoot Silva! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler and a kickboxer, holding a professional record, 9 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 240 pounds. Fighting out of San Jose, California, ladies and gentlemen, Josh Rosenthal.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over your instructions. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Defend yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, go backwards. Do this.
Yeah, that was more than a touch. That was a small statement. Continuing with that intense stare down yesterday at the weigh-ins. Bigfoot and Velasquez. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Ready? Ready? Let's fight!
Tonight's clock brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go!
The real question, Mike, is going to be whether or not Bigfoot can deal with Cain's speed.
Wow.
And he's already down.
Bigfoot threw a kick. Cain caught the leg and tossed him down. Bigfoot is good on his back. Watch the up kicks.
Cain got caught with one up kick. Good guard so far by Bigfoot.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Antonio Silva.
He's got to protect himself from the ground and pound, though.
Silva with wins over UFC champions Andre Arlovsky and Rico Rodriguez, as we talked about. He'd like to add a win over former champion Cain Velasquez to his resume. Velasquez, one of the most well-conditioned heavyweights in the UFC today. And he fought and competed in wrestling with that same ferocity. He's cut Silva open with an elbow.
One short elbow was all it took by Cain. Wow, there's a lot of blood. And another short elbow.
Cain is a determined and focused mixed martial artist. As determined, as hardworking as any in the game today.
Silva's having a hard time seeing Mike. That blood is going right into his eyes. Cain caught him right in the bridge of the nose, right in between the eyebrows.
Velasquez.
He's attacking that spot now.
Continuing to score with ground and pound, and another elbow jump. He pushed the head away to gain the leverage.
Bigfoot's having a really hard time seeing. Look at all that blood, man. That's incredible how much blood that is.
Nasty. As Joe mentioned, Antonio Silva was with the American Top Team, went to the Black Zillions for a bit. Alistair Overeem came to the Black Zillions, and Silva returned to his home with American Top Team. They're going to check the cut.
Move the corner, please.
We're going to take a look at that cut.
See? Let it go. You okay with it? You good with it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. That's it. Here. Down. On the ground.
They're going to bring it right back to the ground. There's the elbow that caused it. And Josh Rosenthal is going to start them off right back on the ground where they were.
And Velasquez continues with a high output pace of ground and pound. No fighter can match the striking output of Cain Velasquez.
And Bigfoot is still having a hard time. He keeps shaking his head, trying to clear his vision. He's underhooking the leg of Cain Velasquez, attempting a sweep here. He's got to go deep under that leg, though. And Cain, recognizing that, moves that hand and continuing to tee off on Bigfoot.
Velasquez averages more significant strikes per minute than anyone in the UFC today. Number 2 is Anderson Silva. Antonio Silva is in early trouble here. The left hand connects. Bloodied up by a sharp elbow of Cain Velasquez. And he continues to bleed.
Yeah, this is a mess, man. I mean, this is really, he's really struggling to see Mike. And he's opening him up further. Oh, another hard elbow. This is...
Velasquez is a warrior. Now he's going to be very slippery as Silva now.
Cain's got his back.
Josh Rosenthal might stop this.
Bigfoot tries to roll.
Rosenthal was moving in closely.
Bigfoot knows this is a huge fight for him. He knows it's a huge opportunity. And he's trying, but Cain is absolutely relentless. He's turtling up.
Trying to finish it right here. It is all over. Cain Velasquez finishes Antonio Silva.
That was a statement. was a real statement by Cain Velasquez.
That man's ready for another shot at the title.
A brilliant and efficient performance by Cain Velasquez.
Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go.
And this is the first elbow that started all the damage. A nice short elbow. And this is some nasty ground and pound by the former champion. Just absolutely relentless attack by Cain Velasquez.
Velasquez cut him early, beat him up throughout the round, and earns a huge victory. And positions himself right back at the top of the heavyweight ladder. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Josh Rosenthal has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 36 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO.